me Minerals Commission in paying for any enkomo na afi yɛba bɛtoa so etumi akɔ back onto the phone lines na the Supreme Court ho nsɛnsɛm no etumi abrɛ mu. Last week yɛhyɛ nkɔmmɔ bi ase ɛfa ɛkwan a yɛfa so transport mining explosives and the protocols are mekyerɛ health and safety protocols are yɛde egu akwan mu to make sure sɛ ɛbɛyɛ safe ɛde ama obiara. ɛnɛ no yɛtoa so Mr. Kwame Gyasi, Inspector of Mines wabekansa ɛwɔ hɔ free Minerals Commission ma yɛne wɔn ni nkɔmmɔ ɛmfa additional measures for the safe transport of explosives no ɛho yɛwia na afei yɛatoa yɛn dwumadie no ɛso nti maybe we'll start from a quick recap last week nkɔmmɔ a yɛdi Gyasi akɔ aba na apɔm yɛ deɛ
apɔm yɛ obi number jɔs wɛ
nyame adom baby abɔkɔ it is a recap here last week yɛsua de yɛhu speed limit I was a cars no etimi echo one escort vehicles near the space I was a dom on time near the a quick recap or more intimate no na mo see no hon sem to say
okay obi we dey match on the match station no match tiefo so nyina so man akwanya say meka additional guidelines regarding the transport of explosives on public roads so a big platform here. Last week, you can additional guidelines, you can you will be so. Nemo say if you want ma ya can and person no me share no. And son say line of questioning be about. But kwa person me can flashing lights and I say revolving lights. I walk explosive trucks no so.
Okay.
No, I was say at least 100 meters away. It should be visible 100 meters away.
Okay.
The NTT say, you say incoming cars. Say explosive truck neighbor. And I say Ben villages in so also muso say your revolving lights. And I was sirens in so cars in one. And also alert bystanders. Okay. And incoming cars, explosive truck and neighbor. Now the third and most important, but very important, your monitoring systems. I check it driver fatigue or trucks anymore. Now monitoring systems, example, you bet me your commands anymore. Your dump trucks, dump trucks and heavy mining equipment. One of them are dump trucks, and on your mind they monitor driver na uchi dump truck no. But in camera, camera no behind the knee say or da. Then and it's connected to microphobia from dispatch. Dispatch no more share a sunny man who say all that obitima free supervisor and supervisor na best sound.
Okay.
You were sensors and so dump trucks them. I no a BP way we sit na sia. Na and also watch say wabre e be a kwa na a vibrate a bone say and also chase a wabre.
Okay.
And the third most important say wabra you need to report to your supervisor. And this animal way no is the onset of this near person the explosive truck on him.
Okay.
The explosive truck on no fatigue management system I did in camera. In camera no so you better the way I will see corner say utonkwa and no the blasting certificate of competency holder now or no so bit me catch okay say that they are and that's what bra yanko park police station. We are so ojo home kakra ya to so enti enu nyina so ho no ma e monitor. And no yeah, one of the key installations are a war explosive truck now de banim. And also count.
And away by new explosive trucks are more cradiaba. And I say more specifications how the truck baby was a animal win in a womb.
With specifications no.
Okay.
Old trucks now are more useful for transport of explosives no. I was a Sanyama way in an womb because additional guidelines are be taking care of Sadiano. And they also making sure say who was Sanyama way in our womb. Last week, I said your co inspection of mines more. The mines inspectors are going to check all the additional guidelines to say what these ones are. Now, one of them, and yes, one of them, about 3 of them, the mechanics here. No be check here.
Okay.
Say a what truck him and sana one ma say truck
move.
And flashing light, and yet explosive truck no kwa.
Okay.
I was a escort vehicle no so.
Also will be.
Also no so will be. But I know they was at least 50 meters away. Because say home. Say chromo na okwa, say chromo phone home kran sana home. Because it's and also there and also honum.
Wow.
Wow.
And I can say the speed limit required for explosive truck they are saying.
But you know, 60 kilometers per
60
hour.
kilometers per hour.
Per hour, 60 kilometers per hour. And
And,
then, okay.
And the distance between escort vehicle no and a truck no. Escort vehicle is the track near 100 meters, right?
Escort vehicle need D track anymore. It should be at least 50.
50 meters.
And at most 60.
Okay. The idea train is 20 or 30.
Very good. Okay. But the idea anymore no. I also say it should be accompanied with a uniformed police officer. Or you or armed. And I do the no a uniformed. But you. And I am say it be an accidental triggering of the gun. Now I go straight into the explosive truck. Now go trigger accidental detonation. And that is it about the speed limit.
Okay. Into the code of safe working practice. It be na yabro brosui. Why mo na e develop it? And why mo na approve sa nioma yedi hu nkomo nyina.
Obi code of safe working practice no a kwan a obefa so a obeye wadwuma safely BBNC.
Okay.
On say the mohakra example are more production department, more advertising, more activities and more production. Ni nyina no activity bia no more kwan a mofa so amoye safely.
Yes.
And they match the same way no. Yen so no activity I public transportation of explosives on the road.
Yes.
Activities be any woman.
Okay.
Activities be woman you say escort. Say driving the explosive truck safely. And you know it is the responsibility of the explosive manager on site. Me pacho and on me to refer slightly on the regulation.
Okay.
A regulation 11 or 2177 and a regulation 515 or LI 2182.
Yes.
There were two regulations. Two regulations are binding the same way, no. Same way I can. 2182 no and LI 2177 and new explosives. But for the purposes of this, no, once I hear explosives in Kwano, let's deal with the LI 2177. To me, person we go to 11 no, now who the way it here.
Okay.
The code of safe working practice. The manager shall ensure that each activity for which that manager is responsible and which involves explosives is carried out according to a written code of safe working practice. So it is there. Okay. And to the manager of the site, which is the explosive manager, you are supposed to develop that code of safe working practice.
For wow workers,
in this case, we are talking about public transportation of explosives.
There should be a document.
There should be a document. The document will signify every stage in the process. Into every stage, you identify the risk and hazards. You put controls. Risk, hazards, you put controls. All the way will be in a format, in a document.
Yes.
Then you hand a copy of that document to the blasting certificate holder. And Nipano or accompany explosives, the competent person.
Escort the idea movie and that's what main track on a driver and on a driver. If you don't be crack, document I can
excellent because when you know, yes, we are where we saw their mom. Also, explosive manager, you need to train your people.
Okay.
Training will encompass the escort driver, blastman and kasa, and now also training with records, and the regulation is also clear on that. Over 11 2 or say a manager shall, for the purpose of implementing safe procedures, ensure that employees receive training before assigned a job. And yes, it is not enough developing the code of safe working practice, but you have to ensure what training with records. And if any inspector comes there and also you are traveling, so show us your code of safe working practice. Then, you show me, all right, but the next question will be, have you trained them? Because Omoko escort driver anymore, Uncle 50 and then 60 at most. A chain Uncle 20 and 30 at most. What shows? And you have to show records of training and code of safe working practice now. Also watch on Crawford. Where is the evidence showing? And everyone here be a review because new hazards and new risks present. And that is about the code of safe working practice.
And we know a idea more meticulously no more check.
Yes,
because what I say if you are word of mouth, say, oh, you're training and call for no. You go further to demand evidence that so much. That is something Nipa Bebrina might not want to do. But is it something I'm so much call for them? look out for these things. And then I allow my car to move.
But and also a kahubi.
Okay.
Also as an inspector or cohon,
Okay.
you need to ensure say code of safe working practice. Ekra blasman.
Blasman. No.
That you need to also go further to ask say ampa ya training or man as in training because on what basis in our own
Omonko.
it means that you have trained them. So won't train no more. Oh, mama call na BBC. Then what happens? There should be a written document that says ampa why training. Now you're okay. Then it's okay. Then we can allow you to go.
This part no here me on because I think last week discuss say amfo and sano enti explosives ben na emreya ye develop emma ho kwan say e be transport on public roads.
Very good question. Very good question. Pajo amfo no. Amfo ammonium nitrate fuel oil.
Okay.
On the two divisions, ammonium nitrate and
fuel oil. Yes.
We kind of separate it. We are not separated. They are not explosives. AN plus FO and amfo. And no they are separate. But a kabuma na explosive properties. Into no they no ni empese will be transported on public unless you are exempted in writing by the CIM. And America says unless express permission is given to you by the CIM.
By the CIM.
And
Chief Inspector of Mines.
Yes, the chief.
I don't know what me transport you on public road.
Yes. And you need to satisfy him. Say why you say why A B C D. Niama bebre. We bit makra lasting for 1 month. Bit mama 1 month exemption. Bit mama. But you have to satisfy him. Say all the safety precautions required in order to transport explosives safely. No one meet. And sana. Obefe sani money na. Unless express permission is given to you by the Chief Inspector of Mines, it is prohibited to transport amfo on public roads.
Okay. And the amfo is the explosive Imrano Abra. Say MIM fan for public roads. So I just say when you
express permission.
Authorization from the Chief Inspector of Mines.
Exactly. Inti anon na me de we be kan say Entina your amfo plant.
Yes.
Yeah, instructor of amfo plant.
Close to the mine.
Close to the mine. So that they can mix.
Yes.
Mixing.
Mixing.
When you have 94% of AN. Now when you 6% of diesel oil. Now when you amfo. Into when you plant or on site, you can easily mix it. Then you transport it in-house to wherever you want to.
For public roads.
As much as possible, idea when Mraweno is limiting the public transportation of explosives.
But when is it a new introduction?
No. But we did that. It was new additional guidelines, no.
Additional guidelines.
Now, you discussed it last week, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but additional guidelines, no, a new.
A new.
Additional guidelines, new.
Yes, sir.
Lessons I pick from a PRT, and I'm going to develop additional guidelines.
Very good. Because the can say, I can say, trucks, no. Your requirements, authorized truck requirements. Yes. Our regulation, yes. 104, it is there.
Yes.
No, now hold that. I need this, but lapses. The new additional measures number.
Because I know, say, what Maxam was transporting was amfo.
Yes.
And what it means, there's a CCR, unless by express authorization, mean transport CCR.
Yes.
They cannot.
Yes.
And I understand because I know so say Chrano mines are not the product in the economy. And when you amfo plant ni bi wo ho. And how would they get their amfo? I told you
omo yebi.
Oh, omo yebi. Okay.
Omo yebi. Almost complete.
Okay. Yaka, and I believe said yaka nyina no a part of the checklist. It was will be taking a 1-1 and send away to me transport explosives on public roads. And apart from the working, what other things now? What checklist this way also will be
checklist no, no, bosom.
Okay.
Okay. Based on the additional guidelines, you develop checklist on them.
Okay.
And so when we go, every item on the checklist, we have to check to see say ampa. What this so? Ansana ya makwan say. Timpesa kame bobo su kakra. Now we heard the way checklist in city.
Yes.
I mean the contents in the checklist. Then Bakune say is the explosive company duly registered and having all the requisite approval.
Okay.
Explosive company near call. Or register as a mine support service. Will be BIOK permits and approvals. Did the explosive manager notify the chief inspector of mines and the regional manager 48 hours prior to transporting explosives? It was the last week. Has the explosive truck been physically inspected by a mine inspector and gone through the truck examination list? And an American said you need to check for truck examination, we're checking for chains, we're checking for fire extinguishers, we're checking professional license. You need to look at all this. So you take that part, whether it's yes or no.
Okay.
If it is no, what caused the no? Then there are remarks over there. And the woman making sure that it is fixed before Ansana transfer.
Okay.
Is the explosive truck driver having a professional license to drive there? You have to check. And then tonnage capacity. And nobody determine the license type. I was a unyano. Is the explosive truck having a red flashing light visible 100 meters away? Any account was Is the truck having a siren? Any account was Is the truck equipped or fitted with automatic fire suppression supply? Apart from the fire extinguishers, you need to also install automatic fire suppression supply.
Okay.
Is the explosive truck equipped or fitted with integrated monitoring system to check driver fatigue? And an American say,
in camera,
do we have a megaphone on the explosive truck to warn persons or bystanders in case of danger? I do chroma wait my explosive truck nearby and also has the explosive truck and in-vehicle monitoring system and the can was has the escort vehicle driver been trained with record of training that he has to maintain a speed limit of 60 kilometers? Yeah, training no. Yes, all the one no train. Has the explosive truck driver been trained with records of training available that he has to? Okay, and also has the explosive manager developed a code of safe working practice regarding the transport of explosives from its operational site to other sites? Okay. I know now Busa I'm 17 no. Into your no. Is a competent person in possession of the explosives code of safe working practice? I know now Busa I'm 17 say we are one the explosive manager no we are obe keep copy no the copy ama blast man no on explosive driver okay refuse bit mamba obeti ma refresh okay we need also here say you now asan come back into and also honum it we nyina no say has a man inspected, verified and recorded in a special designated explosive logbook that all the requisite safety requirements, rules and protocols have been met. Into we nyina na what checklist ni so no obehwe nyina okay, that is where obe endorse on the way bill. Now obe sign in a book book all the safety protocols regarding the transport no be okay. Enti obe man kwanya manako. Enti that is about the checklist. Enti these are the contents on the checklist. It is at our bosom. Any custodian of it. When we go, we look at all the contents in it, ask questions, and look at it visibly. Say, then we can give them go ahead.
Very well. I think we've just about covered all the issues and maybe your final comment.
Oh, Obi, my final comment there. You are still condolences still are mom because omutina we nyina ba ye education no enti ye bekoso de nyame abotre na nyame inshira mom bi omukombia no nyame nim obeyi omafrim na ye move forward as a nation. All this so no yenso mines inspectors you be making sure say all these additional guidelines no ye dey adwuma to prevent condition ye nuanu apiati come ti obi medawase.
Fantastic. Yanso ye dasi ora Gyasi ena moten nkano no ye mines inspector ewo minerals commission Kwame Gyasi, inspector of mines and amotesi no AD and community ye dasi nyame ya adoma next week ye be science we share.
Okay, senior. Okay, thank you.
Ekosi science no higher sempa 94.7 FM.